Oh, we're going? Let's freaking go. It's time to go. Don't do that. No. Nope. Hola. Uh-oh. This looks really professional.
Having health insurance is important. So, if you or anyone in your family.
This is Charlie. He makes $200,000 a month with 6 different YouTube channels. And the crazy part is, he's actually an introvert. I flew out to California to get his story and ask him exactly how he got good at YouTube and the monetization strategy he uses to make over $2.4 million a year.
Most of my money is made through right now.
Charlie started his journey making $0 for months. Then he learned a secret and created one video that would change everything.
In the actual video itself, we had a lot. So that's really how you get people to click on it and then actually watch the entire video.
In this video, he breaks down the blueprint for how anyone can make $200,000 a month with YouTube, how to create videos that get millions of views, and his advice for all new entrepreneurs just starting out.
I focus on not just making viral videos, but...
I'm Pat Walls, and this is Starter Story.
Thanks for having me, man. Your place is awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Tell me about yourself and what you built.
I'm Charlie. I'm 31 years old, and I am an entrepreneur in Southern California. I currently have 6+ YouTube channels. On a typical month, we'll do 200 to 250K in revenue. We just had our best month ever this month. We'll do close to 300K. That's for the YouTube channels. And then for the staffing company, we started that last year. It's a low 6-figure company right now, but I'm putting most of my energy into that one because we want to grow it and be able to maybe get acquired someday.
All right, if you can break down a little bit more about all the channels and all the businesses that you've built and how you make money.
So my main channel is just called Charlie Chang, my name. We have, I think, 1.1 million subscribers. I have another channel called Sarpwise, has about 50,000 subscribers. And then we have Charlie Chang Show, The Penthouse. My first website is one we just started. It has like 600 subscribers as of right now. Most of my money is made through affiliate marketing right now. I'd say about 50 to 55% of the revenue that comes in. We also do brand sponsorships, so that's usually like 20, 25%, and then AdSense is also going to be 20-25%. That's across all the different channels.
Yeah. So you're a subscriber of Starter Story, right?
I am, yeah, for about, I think, 6 months now.
Nice. What do you like about it, or what do you use it for?
So I think a huge part of how I was able to do pretty well was because I spent a lot of my time brainstorming, learning, like seeing what other people do. So that's why, yeah, I think I get a ton of value from Starter Story just because these are like crazy case studies. It just allows me to stay on trends. It allows me to see how other people do it. And I sort of view it as like a mentorship.
Yeah, that's awesome. If anyone is looking for ideas for their own business, you can check out starterstory.com. Learn from thousands of founders who are just a few steps ahead of you, people that haven't necessarily raised money from VC or have super rich parents. These are case studies of people that turned a simple side projects or passive income sources into businesses that completely changed their lives. So check it out in the link in the description. Tell me about what life was like growing up and how you became an entrepreneur.
So I grew up in a non-entrepreneurial household. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor. Went to college not knowing what I was gonna do. After I graduated, could not find a job for the life of me. So I basically just started doing work for myself. I'd done like every side hustle in the world. Photography, video, print modeling, and like a little bit of acting. I started a clothing brand. I've had a marketing agency, real estate, mortgages, everything. It was definitely hard though because when I first graduated college, I was basically making $0. Seeing all my friends with their high-paying like accounting jobs, it didn't make me feel good. I sort of felt like not successful. But I think there are a lot of people out there in a similar situation where they don't want to go the traditional route. They don't want to do something that their parents want them to do. And if I could just tell them one thing, it's like with enough persistence, with enough risk taking, you can just pretty much do anything you want. After a little bit, I sort of started getting some more clients and stuff like that. I was making about like $50,000. And then in 2020, that's basically when the YouTube channel started taking off. I think I made $750 in one single day from AdSense. And that's when I was like, dang, this could be something big.
What did you do after that?
I just basically started learning a ton about YouTube, how to monetize, how to make more content, did a ton of brainstorming on what types of content I can make that were doing well at that time. I just started making videos almost every single day. I was like, if I can make this opportunity work, it's gonna be life-changing. The growth was pretty fast, like 500 to 1,000 subscribers per day. In terms of AdSense, we were doing maybe 10 to 20K a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a huge change for me.
Wow. And were you just doing it all by yourself? Then you said we, but was it just you?
Yeah, that was completely me, so
Yeah.
I did everything myself.
Yeah. How long did it take to actually get good at YouTube?
I'd say 1 or 2 years. I'd started making finance content in 2018, and my first videos were super bad. A big thing that got me to be pretty good at YouTube was just being able to present information in a way that makes people want to stay and that they can actually understand. People watching YouTube aren't going to be super technical, so you have to really break it down in a way that's easy to understand. Even if you're super introverted like I am, even if you don't have like natural ability on camera, you can get good at it.
Yeah. What are little things that you would advise for people to improve as they keep making videos?
I'd say it's always important to up your production quality or improve some aspect of your videos, whether it be camera, audio, storytelling, stuff like that. I think everyone needs to go into any business, especially YouTube, thinking, I just need to make enough videos until I get one that pops off. I also think it's really important to be brainstorming and thinking about different potential pivots you can make. For example, when crypto was booming, I started making content about crypto. When stocks were booming, I started making content about stocks. When side hustles were booming, I started making content about side hustles. I understand what types of things people are looking for, and I make content that doesn't need to be brand new for it to be relevant.
How do you really get views on YouTube? How do you make great videos that get millions of views?
I focus on not just making viral videos, but making videos that people are searching for. One of my most popular videos is just talking about my different sources of income. So something like that, where you have an age that people can relate to, big number like 10 sources of income, people are like, whoa, and then a dollar amount just really makes them curious to click on it. Those types of titles have done really well for me. So a huge part of my channel is evergreen SEO content. For example, how to invest in stocks. I'll make something like that. That's something that people are actively searching for. I don't focus just on the virality. I prefer to go the searchable route.
Yeah.
In terms of the videos that perform extremely well too, for example, I did a video called Asking Coachella VIPs what they do for a living. I thought that was the perfect blend of an experience that most people don't get to have. Good thumbnail. It was also trending because Coachella was happening at the time. And then in the actual video itself, we had a lot of storytelling. So that's really how you get people to click on it and then actually watch the entire video.
Yeah. What kind of tools and software do you use to run your business and to improve your business?
So all of our content planning is on ClickUp. We use frame.io for uploading footage and having our editors put drafts on there. We make revision comments, stuff like that. There's tools like 1 of 10 and Creator Hooks Pro to come up with thumbnail ideas and title ideas. We have a pretty big team now. For all team communication, we use Slack, so that's been great. In terms of managing a lot of our talent, we use Hubstaff, which is a super good time tracking tool. And then in terms of AI tools, we are using a good amount of them to help with the content production process, just to make it more efficient. For example, for short form content, we use Submagic.
I know what it's like to perform through pain. If you're like me, one of the millions suffering from pain caused by migraine, Nurtec ODT may help. It's the
Yo, what? $25 for that? That's a steal. 5 months ago, back in September, I created a commercial for a restaurant here in Toronto called Pico Pizza. Along with that commercial, I also produced a behind the scenes video which went up on this YouTube channel, and to this day it is still one of my most viewed videos. But something I have always wondered is what would somebody else do with the same footage as me? Footage that I shot. Would they have the exact same vision, or would they do something totally different? That is what we're gonna put to the test today. The sponsor of today's video, Fiverr, has challenged me to go on their website and hire a whole bunch of editors to find out how they would edit my footage. The plan is pretty simple. I'm gonna create a generic message for our potential editors, letting them know that I want a 30-second pizza commercial, and apart from that, they'll have full creative freedom. I'll provide them with a folder containing 5 song options for them to choose from, as well as all of the raw footage, including the shots that didn't make it into my own original edit. It's time to spend some money. All right, our first candidate is Mateo. He says he'll edit our video and transform it into a professional video. I think that's pretty much exactly what we're looking for. Next up, we've got Gizmo's. Gizmoxen? Gizmozan? Gizmohan. He's got 1,800 reviews, 11 orders in queue. Hopefully he doesn't take too long. Eye-catching ads for our business. That's pretty cool. Next editor is also a top-rated seller. They've got a 5-star rating and over 1,500 reviews, $65. Standard package, $100. Let's do it. Okay, now this is interesting. A 10-second Insta or Facebook story is $10. Let's do 3. This guy here was a little bit more obscure. I guess his name is Lucas, and he's only got 1 review, but it's 5 stars. So I will record a natural English deep male voiceover. While we're at it, let's get this guy also. Youthful millennial American male voiceover, done. I don't know if this is a mistake. This guy says he'll edit a video for a small commercial, $10. What? Let's do the standard package simply because I feel bad hiring someone for $10. This guy here is a Fiverr Pro. Nice. Level 1 seller, 5-star rating, 4 reviews. Don't want to wait 10 days, but I don't think we have a choice. Industry standard, can't go wrong with that, $75. And finally, let's finish it off with this guy here. This is Liam Dixon. He's got 104 reviews, 5-star rating. Let's do the standard for $35. I like the sound of that. Boom. It's officially judgment day. I've got a list right here of all our sellers, and what we're gonna do is watch their videos one by one, and then at the end of all of that, I am going to rank them from my favorite to least favorite. It is worth noting that I got pretty much every single one of these videos back a lot sooner than I expected. Even the one that was supposed to take 10 days was actually delivered to me in just 2. Let's begin. This is Shepherd Media for $25. $25. All right. Hey.
Pizza pie. Sizzle and drizzle and sizzle. All right, who wants to create a pizzeria called Drizzle and Sizzle? We can put it next to the Boba Barn.
Oh, what? $25 for that?
That was lit.
That's a steal. The color grade, really well done. I like the colors, looks nice and appetizing. Now the transitions, although at sometimes I found them to be a little bit corny, they were actually really well done, and I really appreciate the creativity. That was a lot of work for $25. Also really creative how he went through the logo at the end. Almost forgot to mention that.
Need to get on the monitor so I can not avoid this whole situation. This will be great. Oh,
sound design was really well done. I found that the sound effects were appropriate.
Let's watch that one.
The end almost was a lot to mention that.
Oh wow, look at that. Yum. Ew, mushrooms. No toss.
Okay. Sound design was really well done. I found that the sound effects were appropriate. The speed ramps did feel a little bit fast and abrupt at times. I think those could be smoothed out a little bit. For 35 bucks, I think any client would be happy with that. This one I felt like there was nothing really special about it. It was an upbeat song, but the footage was very slow and didn't really fit. I definitely like the $25 and $35 versions more.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
She's great.
From a pacing standpoint, I would say this is the best video yet. I think that those jump cuts he used was really creative and it ties in well with the music. I also think this could have benefited from a little bit more sound design, but the transitions are well done. I really like that shot where it sort of zooms into the pepper and then comes out of the onions. That was pretty creative and I definitely wouldn't have thought of doing that. A quality edit for 75 bucks. From a technical aspect, I guess that's a pretty well edited video, but I did ask for a 30-second commercial. This was 59 seconds. I do think that if he followed the guidelines and made it a 30-second edit, he could have been more selective with his shots and that would have made the video better. Yup. Oh, baby, let's go. That was easily the best one so far for 100 bucks, yo. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but he was certainly the most creative so far, particularly with the way he did the logos at the beginning and at the end of the video. The speed ramps and the way he transitioned each shot was very tasteful. I really like that split screen he did, that was creative. And the overall video just flowed really well. I think any client for 100 bucks would be thrilled.
Yep.
Thrilled.
Yeah, I want pizza. I think I guess there's pizza places open, but the ones I would go to are closed.
Okay, it's not their fault.
No
now, I was the one who included this song in the folder as kind of a curveball, but I was sort of hoping that no one would actually use it for this. Generally, when you make a commercial for a product or a service, you want to portray the same feeling that you want your customer to have when they enjoy your product. In this case, it's pizza. Now, I'll hand it to them that it's different, but I don't know that a sad, somber undertone is it. Now, I'm not trying to hate. They clearly know their way around an editing software. These cuts are good. The video is good. It just doesn't fit the pizza commercial vibe.
5 stars and up. This guy change up the music. Maybe use a different section. Ooh.
Oh, I always love when the commercial ends with the logo on the beat. Now the colors do look just a little bit too clinical or pale, but the cuts are really well done. The flow of the video is there. I like the transition. It all just works very well. 120, definitely worth it. What is this? Oh, this is the voiceover. Okay, I'm pumped to hear this.
Did you know that Google is the first place shoppers look for new products? In just a few steps, you can add your products to start reaching shoppers on search, YouTube, and the web. Add your products to Google for free, then promote them to reach even more customers, so you can get discovered by shoppers looking for products just like yours. Start growing your business with Google today.
It's a good, it's an important ad, but I don't like the song. It's too like.
And we're back with March Sadness. And the team is looking down the barrel of a 4:55 meeting.
They're gassed, Jill. Can they turn it around and make this meeting an email?
It's going to be a tough shot.
Oh, I can't do it.
Mac voiceover, Pico, Pizza Hero. Take one.
Let's watch
It's not fast food.
oolong tea.
It's not fine dining.
Introduction to oolong tea.
Partial oxidation can range from as little as 5% to well over 60%. Hi everyone, in this video we're taking a look at oolong tea. If you're interested in premium tea, make sure to subscribe to our channel for new videos like this one each week. Known for their captivating flavor profile, oolong teas are a delicious and exciting class of tea to explore. But what is oolong? Just like all true tea styles, oolong tea is produced from the leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant. But unlike non-oxidized green tea and fully oxidized black tea, oolong is defined as partially oxidized tea. Depending on the style, this partial oxidation can range from as little as 5% to well over 60%. Since oolong accounts for the majority of the oxidation spectrum, it is often considered the most diverse tea category. It is also one of the most difficult styles to produce, since every step from oxidation to roasting must be carefully controlled. Historically, there are 4 regions that produce oolong tea, giving rise to the 4 main groups of oolong. From light to dark, these are Formosa oolong from Taiwan, Ansi oolong from southern Fujian province, Phoenix oolong from Guangdong province, and Wuyi oolong from northern Fujian province. Formosa oolong from Taiwan is the most recent oolong style, only produced for a few hundred years. These are typically oxidized less than other oolong teas, making them more similar to green tea in taste. However, unlike green tea, this slight oxidation gives Formosa oolong a naturally floral taste, often with notes of tropical fruit and fresh cream in high-grade crops. Aside from harvest season, Formosa oolongs are graded based on the elevation of the tea garden, which is why this style is often called high mountain oolong. Higher elevation produces a richer and more complex taste, while low elevation crops are less.
If you want to try something approximately in this style, go get a Taeguan Yin, Iron Goddess of Mercy. I was drinking that earlier. It's lit. I'm a little too wild on the caffeine because I made Taeguan Yin, Sencha, and Cookie Chat today. So I'm just like,
complex and better suited for mass production. The second category of oolong is Ansi oolong from Ansi County in the south of China's Fujian province, also known as Taeguan Yin or Iron Goddess of Mercy. Ansi oolongs have a similar appearance to Formosa oolongs, but are traditionally oxidized and roasted longer. This produces a tea with notes of dried fruit.
So Formosa is going to be even more green tea-ish than Taeguan Yin. Okay, so Taeguan Yin is Anxi. Just going to talk about northern Fujian, which is like a Wuyi rock tea. Da Hong Pao is an example. Big Red Robe, which is roasted.
Fruit and toffee with a gentle floral finish. As China's most popular oolong style, there is a vast range of quality available with Taeguan Yin. The majority of Taeguan Yin is produced for the mass market, but premium crops are wonderfully balanced and complex. The third category is Phoenix oolong, grown on Phoenix Mountain in the north of Guangdong province. Phoenix oolongs date back to the southern Song dynasty and offer an incredibly complex flavor profile. Rather than planting from seed, Phoenix oolongs are grown using cuttings from a mother tree. This produces different lineages of the tea plants, each with a unique flavor profile. Because of this, Phoenix oolongs are also known as dantong or single grove teas. Phoenix oolongs are generally produced in 2 styles, qingxiang and nongxiang. Qingxiang teas use lighter oxidation and roasting for a more floral taste, while nongxiang teas use heavier oxidation and roasting for a fruitier flavor. The darkest and oldest of all oolong style is Wuyi oolong, produced in the Wuyi Mountains of northern Fujian province. This region has produced tea since the Tang dynasty and is known for its unique terroir.
There we go.
Because the best teas here are planted in narrow.
This is the stronger oolongs here. The Wuyi rock tea. Da Hong Pao.
Sandstone ravines. Wuyi oolongs is also known as yanta or cliff tea. Wuyi oolongs are oxidized to a
These Phoenix teas are expensive, but here's one $13.99 for half an ounce. That's not bad. $12.99 for, I don't know. Okay, so this one's cool. $13.99 for 7 ounces. That's not bad.
a similar level as Phoenix oolongs, but are traditionally given a much deeper roast over charcoal.
We gotta try
Aside from
Formosa
harvest date
oolong.
and various cultivars, this roast determines the quality and taste of Wuyi oolongs. Nowadays, mass-produced varieties are electric roasted, while premium crops are given multiple short charcoal roasts in the heritage method for a more complex and balanced taste. Oftentimes, restaurants or cafes that
500 grams of oolong, which is a pound and a quarter for $24.14 from Jartila.
serve oolong tea simply label it as oolong. However, with such a range of styles and flavor profiles, it is important to know which type of oolong is being served. If you're interested in exploring oolong tea, we recommend our oolong collection, which includes one oolong from each of the 4 categories. To browse our full range of oolong tea, visit redblossomtea.com. Make sure you leave a like and comment below if you found this video helpful, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos.
Wuyi rock tea. What do we got? I like this channel. High Mountain Oolong. Oh, that's too long. What is pu'er tea? Okay, look, there's definitely some good pu'ers out there.
There was a time when I barely knew how to turn on a computer. Now, I'm a cybersecurity specialist.
ECPI University, a leader in cybersecurity education, is helping individuals, even those with minimal computer experience.
Hi, everyone.
There's some really good pu'ers. There's some really good roasted green teas. From Japan, especially. Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
And welcome back to our Red Blossom Tea channel. Today we'll look at pu'ers. Pu'ers are tea leaves that are picked and they're heat roasted straight away, like making green tea, but then they're left to age. The process of crafting pu'er can be accelerated or it can be natural. So if it's natural, after the leaves are heat roasted, they look like this. This is a mao cha. Mao cha is the raw pu'er that's really popular here in the US. People do drink it in this form, but they're really meant to be aged. In the Chinese culture, we don't drink mao cha because it's considered very astringent and very acidic still. So it's not ideal for settling the stomach yet. It's similar to having a freshly made bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon and Zinfandel. You wouldn't want to drink it straight away. It needs to rest. So we would keep it so that it ages further. If it has gone through some accelerated fermenting into it and in a hotter environment, the leaves would age. It's similar to having a freshly made bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon and Zinfandel. You wouldn't want to drink it straight away. It needs to rest. So we would keep it so that it ages further. If it has gone through some accelerated fermentation, or if it's even left in a hotter environment, the leaves would age by looking like this. So it'll turn from the raw leaves that are dehydrated to a golden color. So when it comes to pu'ers, what we look at Red Blossom is pu'ers that are ready to drink. So this is the Wild Leaf 2003 Menghai. So there are some baby tips, some mature leaves. Because it's a wild leaf, there's an uneven distribution of leaves in there. And then of course these are tuota. Tuota is quite popular when people visit China. This is the first thing you would buy, either at a gift shop or even in grocery stores nowadays. They'll sell tuotas. Traditionally, these are pretty rustic. It's the leftover bits that's pressed together into this knob. And you would unwrap the paper, and use 1 per serving. It's a little more astringent because it is not quite the finest grade, but it's a good introductory one. We also have the baby tips of Emperor Pu'er that we have pressed into a cake like this.
There we go.
So our Emperor 2008 cake consists of only baby tips pressed together. And there's about 100 grams in here. So this is a nice, nice cake to have for about 3 to 4 weeks supply. I usually drink it a little bit quicker if we have a tea like this with a heavier meal, so you would make it a little stronger. But to make pu'er, the heavy nice cake
nice cake.
So our Emperor 2008 cake consists of only baby tips pressed together. And there's about 100 grams in here. So this is a nice, nice cake to have for about 3 to 4 weeks supply. I usually drink it a little bit quicker if we have a tea like this with a heavier meal, so you would make it a little stronger. But to make pu'er, traditionally it is best to use a yixing pot like this. But today I will start making in a gaiwan first. So I think a lot of people like pu'er, though they're not familiar with it. They like the idea of drinking something like aged tea because it's a little bit lower in caffeine.
Yum.
But I would say when you're trying out pu'er cakes, it is best to make everything in a non-porous vessel first. So we're going to use a gaiwan because this non-porous vessel does not take on the flavor of what you brew it in. Even if you're accustomed to drinking pu'er, don't start out adding brand new pu'ers that you're not familiar with into your yixing pot. Because once this pot takes on the flavor of that particular tea, for example, if it was an artificially flavored chocolate pu'er or something, then you would have ruined your yixing pot a little bit. But we could talk about yixing in a later video. For now, let's taste the 2003 Meng Hai. So this is a wild leaf pu'er. I'm going to use about a teaspoon. This has so much flavor, we can steep it several times. The water I'm using is boiling hot.
Yum.
For aged teas like this, we do recommend you do a quick rinse, but you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't
because
have to.
Our pu'ers, we have tested the teas for pesticide residue, and they're also tested for heavy metals. But for this quick rinse, it's personal preference, and it does wake up the leaves a little bit. Now, in San Francisco, because our weather is quite cool and we don't have high humidity, these pu'ers do not taste funky like a aged muskiness to it. These pu'ers are pretty rich and dark, but they have the natural kind of oakiness of a nice Cabernet Sauvignon. It does not have that kind of blue cheese funk. So when you're brewing teas like this, it's nice to be able to check for that first.
I'm getting off of here after this. Maybe even
there are
during this.
actually a lot of people who prefer
It's
that
really
kind of more earthiness, muskiness, and those are quite common if the pu'er is kept in a hot and humid area. So I used to live in Hong Kong, and most pu'er in Hong Kong are pretty dark and musky. It's difficult for me to drink something like that because I am very sensitive to mold. But people who are accustomed to that style of pu'er are okay with it because their system is used to it. For our pu'ers, it's also not dark soy sauce-like, particularly the wild leaf ones. So the color of the brew is a rich amber color. In terms of flavor, it's very rich and thick. It's a little bit oaky. I like it because I do like Zinfandels and Cabernet Sauvignons for wines. So it's a little bit heavier, ideal for heavier dishes. So when you're tasting teas like this, first figure out what the tea tastes like. And then you could brew it a little bit longer and add more leaves if you like it a little stronger as well. We're going to compare this wild leaf with a cultivated one. So the Emperor Pour, the baby tips, is a cultivated one. I do really like this tea, so I will brew it in the pot that is seasoned for pours. For this particular one, because it's the young baby tips, we would use a little more tea.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens. Save on essentials and more, only at Walgreens.
Yes, find out what kind of tea.
Switch to H&R Block this semester and don't just file your taxes.
Is that it? Is this over?
File free like...
No, they're still going.
This is very lightweight. It's not quite as dense.
Yeah,
I've had this before many times, so that's why I'm adding now to my Yixing pot.
Quality of water, you won't get diseases.
Yixing is ideal for making teas like this because Yixing retains heat very well. It retains heat and it also allows you to brew your tea a little bit quicker. So for some of the stronger tea drinkers, we prefer to use a little more leaves and steep it a little longer.
Yeah.
My late dad used to brew it in a giant pot, and he used to let it sit for so long that the color of the pour tea comes out like dark soy sauce.
Yes.
But that's how Cantonese would drink it, because we prefer something a little bit thicker and stronger. But when you're making a pour like this, it's ideal to make it in a smaller vessel at first.
Okay.
Use it a few times. So then
strong.
You could figure out the strengths you like. For this Emperor Pour, this is a cook pour, which means the leaves are harvested, heat roasted like green tea, and they're piled up into a mount to go through an accelerated fermentation. Of course, this process is also a control environment. So it is it's done in a food facility, and the humidity, the temperature, the roasting, all of that is controlled. So this color is also very light amber-like. Okay. So the color difference when we brew the pours for just 1 minute is somewhat similar, but the wild leaf is a larger leaf and it's more intense and complex in flavor, so the color of the brew is a bit darker. And what's amazing about pour is if it's a good quality pour, we can brew it several times, and it's really the later infusions that would open up. So for this Emperor Pour, it has its own natural kind of chocolate mint notes. Okay. For me, I would put about a tablespoon of this into a big thermos, sometimes later in the evening because this is lower in caffeine. I would drink it after dinner. This helps settle my stomach a bit. In general, pour is one that is virtually decaffeinated. So it's something that you could brew at night as well, though many of our customers do like to drink it early in the morning. But the ideal time to drink pour is when you're having dim sum. So when we have dianxing, these are the traditional snacks. These are baozi. So this one has egg custard in it. This one is savory and it has cabbage and pork. I've also made a chocolate souffle cake.
Nice.
From Bill Granger's recipe. Using Valrhona chocolate. So we've actually done a little bit of a east and west kind of snacks. But for pour, most of the pour leaves can be brewed so many times, it's nice to use the leftover leaves to make tea eggs again. So when you're making tea eggs, you could use the leftover leaves of pour, add it to your batch of the pot while you're letting the eggs soak. And this will really allow you to get that web on the egg whites. And then, of course, we have some of the sesame dumplings. The sesame dumplings have also a sesame cream in the middle. So I've actually used the pu'er tea in the bowl, and then we're adding the boiled dumplings into it and have it as a sweet soup. If you find this video helpful, please feel free to subscribe to our Red Blossom Tea channel. And then, of course, if you want to read more about different types of pu'ers, you could visit our website, redblossomtea.com.
Okay, that's it. All right. We got some stuff coming up. We got a rainstorm, ASMR, Gainesville 1 hour, coming up as soon as it's processed, so in about 10 minutes. That'll be up tomorrow at 2 p.m. We got a Getting Soda Pop Fountain Experience at Racetrack Ocala.
Alright, y'all, we're at the racetrack off State Road 40 in Ocala by I-75. We got the Freeze Blast.
Okay, we'll sneak premiere.
I don't know if those are functional.
Okay, that's coming out tomorrow at 2. Which would be Monday, the day to worship the moon. Tuesday at 1 p.m. we have Fish Wars, Arby versus Arby will be coming out. Then the following day, Wheatus Day, on 1 p.m., we have Sunstop Market featuring Soda Fountain Tour, shopping for 6 deals.
Sunstop Market here in Trenton.
Okay, great. 8 minutes. Yeah, so we got some stuff in the works. The BK Fiery Fish is in the pipeline. It's gonna be, we're gonna do a fish sandwich bracket. The BK Fiery Fish is was requested in the comments. That's gonna have to face off against the spicy fish from Popeyes. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Those were strange. But Arby versus Arby comes out Tuesday. Tomorrow we got more Soda Pop Fountain. ASMR Rainstorms coming out tonight for an hour. Some ambient sounds for you. What can I see? Oh, here. Let's look at studio.
Tomorrow we got more Soda Pop Fountain.
Oh, what is going on? This is wild.
ASMR Rainstorms coming out tonight.
Wow.
For an hour.
I'm watching
some ambient sounds for you.
myself on delay.
What can I see? Oh, here.
This is wild style.
Tomorrow we got more Soda Pop Fountain. Oh, what is going on? This is wild.
Uh-oh, this is crazy.
ASMR Rainstorms coming
wow,
out tonight.
What's going on? This is so weird.
Hour. I'm watching some ambient
myself
sounds for you.
on delay. Oh my god.
Oh, here. This is wild style. Tomorrow we got more Soda Pop Fountain.
Okay,
what is going on? This is wild.
That's enough of that. That's okay.
This is crazy. ASMR Rainstorms
Let's
coming
go.
out tonight.
Let's go. We can go.
This is so weird. Hour. I'm watching some ambient sounds for you.
Yeah. Taco Storm.
Oh my god.
Storm of
This
tacos.
is wild style.
Chat.
What is going on? This is wild.
Oh, I can pin a chat. That's okay. I'm not eligible for supers yet.
Rainstorms coming out tonight.
Let's
Wow. Hour.
Let's freaking go.
Yeah. Taco Storm. Oh my god.
Storm of tacos. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, I think I'm going to get off here. Thanks for checking it out. I'm going to get a better setup here. I need to hook up another monitor, and then things will be real cool. Alright, I'll see you guys later.